You can get the sound from a $50 keyboard. Yeah, you can. This is the RK R75. A gasket-mounted 75% keyboard with a 1.2mm FlexCut PCB, a CNC aluminum knob, and phones for days. The keyboard costed 2,590 pesos, which translates to $47 US. To unbox the keyboard, you just open it like so, aka your typical Royal Kludge box. But this thing is green. We're greeted with the keyboard, the manual, and a flap that shows where the accessories are. You get a USB A to C cable, a 2-in-1 switch and keycap puller, and extra keycaps for your needs. We are taking a look at the keyboard right now, which is wrapped in plastic. And to unwrap it, there you go. Just the dust cover and your manuals there, and a sticker that says the keyboard is actually the real deal and not a fake, or something like that. I'll send a translated version later. That's the manual. It shows you the basics like what's the keyboard about, how to connect it, some shortcuts and layers you need to know, and a warranty return card at the end. The keyboard is pink and green themed with a knob. It's a 75% and it's made of plastic and is held by with clips. And that knob is a CNC aluminum one. First impressions are, this surpasses the $50 price. The typing experience is soft, the switches are smooth enough, the stops are decently tuned, and the sound's really decent for a phone-based keyboard. The switches I have are the RK Snow Royal switches. They are a long bow linear switch with 45 grams of actuation force and 55 grams of bottom out. Total travel according to the spec sheet is 3.4mm, give or take 4mm, and slightly coated with lube on the legs and side rails. The keycaps are OEM profile double shot PBT, and the ledges are crisp and clear, and the keycap itself seems to be decently thick. But there are inconsistencies with the thickness of the legend with the alphas and the modifier keys, which I find kind of irritating. The stabilizers on this keyboard are plate mounted. The stem is made out of TPU and the wires are lightly coated out of the box. Here, take a listen and see how you feel about them. For this bit, I will let my Twitch self explain how to disassemble the keyboard. To disassemble the keyboard, there are clips holding the top and bottom case together like the RK R75S, just that it is a bit harder to access. Remove this, then unclip the PCB, and here you are. Here's the top case. Okay. This is the rotary encoder for the knob. That's how it goes. I'll clip the top case back in off cam. What they call it? Knob. This is for actually connecting it. So, for case foam, we got some memory foam and a big silicone dampener. Currently, Reto's sandwich is between gaskets. They're using these gasket socks, jackets thing, that are on the board. So these things are just Phillips screws, so you can get their Phillips bit. Yeah, flex cuts galore. They're not out of spring though. Yeah, let's go. And then I'll take off the screws. This kind of semi actually reminds me of the 50 a bit. Like these sockets are, I'll flip them around once I'm done screwing this one. I'll check the sockets. No wait, the upside down. I'll take a pic after this. There's it's called JERZI. Yeah. there's actually 6 screws. I'll take a pic of this once I reassemble it. Okay, anyway, here's the PC plate, the Poron plate foam, the XPE sheet, then the PCB itself. The PCB is, well, only flexes for alphas so far. In response to this question, here's how I modded a keyboard. The keyboard's actually decent for people starting out in the hobby. You get gasket mount, the foams of most custom keyboards nowadays, keycaps that are acceptably good enough, switches that are decently smooth, and a CNC aluminum knob for around $50 give or take. But for people wanting to go deeper into modding this board, like changing foams, adding tape and such, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge to open up, but it really is rewarding to do so. But if they want to go foamless, like fully, no plate foam, no nothing, this thing will leave so much to be desired because of the flex cuts. So I'd maybe stick to some foams actually with this kind of build. And since the sound test is actually decent for this stock, I'd actually just recommend keeping it stock for most people. Such is out of alignment in the design. Like maybe you could move that a millimeter to the left in my opinion, but then it's a $50 keyboard. The RGB here, in my config at least, is a bit useless, especially like the keycaps they provide are non-shine-through PBT instead of their classic shine-through ABS keycaps on their previous boards. But with that out of the way, I'll just leave you all with the full uncut sound test of the stock config and the bare bones foam config. And as usual, please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. OnlyBoards out! There you go.